story about the Walmart pharmacy. I think that everybody needs to know about this. No one deserves this. No one deserves to be judged or discriminated against. And it's just wrong. And honestly, now it's against the law. So I felt like I needed to say something. I haven't done a video in forever, but here you go. You're getting my crazy story because I just can't anymore. I've thought about it. Like, should I really do a video about it? Yeah, I'm gonna do a video about it. So here's that story. I'm sure that there's other states, counties, countries, and such that experience the same issue. But for me, this happened in Maricopa County of Arizona, which is a huge county, but that strictly encompasses like Phoenix and Glendale and Peoria areas. So my husband has a prescription, but with that prescription to administer it, it takes needles and syringes. We need those every so often. He does have a prescription. You have to have the needles and syringes. So for his prescription, it's cheaper to just fill it at Walgreens, but for needles and syringes, the cheapest place to get those is Walmart. And so he picks up his prescription at Walgreens, and we go and get syringes and needles at Walmart. Now, you would think that, oh yeah, of course, you're just going where it's cheapest and that shouldn't be an issue. And that's not the case. It seems like every time that we go to a Walmart pharmacy, they give us like a bunch of gruff about it. They need to know that he has a prescription. They need to know exactly what it is, why he's taking it, which seems a little weird to me. Like, why does it matter? I'm thinking about all the people out there that are probably experiencing this issue too. And I actually decided to look up some articles, and there has been a man that's had diabetes that when he went to ask for needles and syringes, he experienced the same thing that we experience. So what happens basically is you'll go and you'll say, you know, I need some needles and syringes, 22 gauge, a 1/2-inch needle. And they'll ask why, what for? You know, I have a prescription. Okay, well, is it on file with us? Okay, yeah. In the past, we were actually having it filled at Walmart because, you know, we're picking up the needles there, so might as well. But then they ended up not taking like certain GoodRx coupons or like insurance or such like that. So, okay, we'll just go through Walgreens. That's way easier to just do that through them. And it's actually cheaper when you use the GoodRx coupon at Walgreens. So, I mean, yes, he has had it on file with you guys before, but it's probably been about a year or so because it's cheaper. We're gonna go where it's cheapest, sorry. But within that, they're like, well, you don't have a current prescription within the last 3 months with us. We can't give you the needles and syringes. Okay, well, I've been coming here for like the last couple months and no one has said anything to me. So what's your deal, right? Is it really Walmart pharmacy issue, or is that the person that's helping me that has an issue? Why do they have an issue? Like, what's their problem? This has happened probably the last 5 or 6 times at the specific Walmart that we go to. It's like the main Walmart that we shop at because they have our organic milk, and it's just easier to shop at one place instead of going to different Walmarts. Like, what's the point of that? You've even helped us before. This person that's saying that like it's against the law to get needles and syringes. And we're like, what are you talking about? Like, we've been getting needles and syringes for a while, but this particular interaction with the person that's filling out the order and that we're asking for the needles and syringes, and I've looked up the law, and yes, there is a no needle exchange here in the state of Arizona, specifically in Maricopa County. But this last time that we went to get needles and syringes, probably within the last 2 weeks, I got so frustrated and so upset because the lady literally went to take them away from us. What if this prescription was something that I needed to save my life? What if this was like an EpiPen, or, you know, like you don't get the full EpiPen because it's too expensive? What if you just get the bottle of the epinephrine and you decide to, you know, get needles and syringes separately? They have every right to deny you to get those needles and syringes. It could literally save your life. But if they deem that you might be using drugs or going to take these needles and give them to somebody that's using drugs, they have every right to decline your purchase and they can kick you out of the store. Now, both me and my husband are like, we're not druggies, so can I please have the needles and syringes that's for my prescription? No. And you know, you can hide those spots. So, okay. So you're telling me that you do think that I'm a druggie, and that's why you don't want to give me the needles and syringes, even though we went out of our way this last time to actually like have someone take a picture of the prescription and show them that it is an active prescription. That's what they're being used for, is for that prescription, which is prescribed by a doctor. But yet, you think that I'm a druggie because of the way I look. I was wearing a mask, so it's not like you can even see that I have piercings. You can't see that I have a tattoo, but you think that I look like a druggie. Okay, is this not discrimination? And then I start thinking, what if I'm a person of color? What if I'm an elderly woman or gentleman that can't speak up for themselves? Are they really seriously gonna discriminate against those people that they need those things to administer the prescription that could possibly save their life? And I'm not even kidding you guys. Like, after this interaction, I looked online and there was a older gentleman that had diabetes and they denied him syringes and needles for his medication and he died. He died in Arizona because of this whole thing. And it makes me so frustrated and so angry because straight up there's these other people out there that they just think that they can just judge you and then just because they feel like it. And that makes me so angry. So angry. So even though we went out of our way to prove that my husband has a prescription, it doesn't matter. You guys still look like druggies, so we're still not going to give you the needles because the prescription has to go through the Walmart pharmacy before they'll give us the needles and syringes. Now, I could go to Walgreens, and we've been there even before he had his prescription through Walgreens because we were trying to find out where it was cheapest to get the needles and syringes because some places overcharge you. We did look online too. Those needles aren't right, the kind that he needs. So Walmart was the cheapest. I can tell you after this last interaction, we're not going to be going to the Walmart pharmacy ever again because we were kind and considerate, but we told the lady, like, look, I understand that you think that this is your policy. It's not. I actually looked that up online too. Walmart pharmacy does not have a policy against handing out syringes and needles. Purchasing the needles and syringes. Why do you care what I do with them if I'm purchasing them for me? Is that not like, okay, this is, the land of the free, America the Great. Who cares what I'm doing with the needles and syringes? Why do you think that you get the right to discriminate and judge against me or somebody else that they need this to stay alive? Is that not like, if that man died, couldn't you technically say that the Walmart pharmacy or the person that was working the counter, that they were an accessory to murder because they didn't give him the needles and syringes that he needs? And like, this has been an issue that's been going on. There's like so many articles online. Here's the rub of everything. This is the thing that really ticked me off about everything. This lady started getting so irate with us, and then she looked at her manager, and her manager stepped up and like literally went to grab the needles and syringes out like the bag across the counter. I just paid for them. So my husband grabs them. He's like, this is BS. I want you guys to know this. I am not a druggie. And for you guys to discriminate against me thinking that I am a druggie, it's none of your business anyway. It's not for you to judge. But also, like, it's been proven through statistics and shown that if you give a druggie a new needle and syringe, there will be less disease passed along, less deaths, if you just have them have clean needles and syringes instead of them using and passing on and stuff. Just let them buy them, okay? It's not for you to judge. But it shows through history and time that it's actually better if you give them out freely. This lady straight up told us, sir, that's not true. Excuse me? You're an idiot. There's this advocate group here in Arizona, Maricopa County, that they literally went to court back in June of this year, okay? Now, I was just at Walmart like 3 weeks ago. Back in June, they lifted this law. You can go to a Walmart pharmacy without a prescription. You do not have to prove to them that you have a prescription, and you can get needles and syringes. This Walmart pharmacy is not abiding by that law. And they're absolutely rude and discriminatory. I can't, I have privilege, and I understand that. I have more than my husband because I'm a woman, and I think I could probably get away with more than he probably could. Because, I could cry, and then everybody would be like, oh my gosh, this poor white woman. But, my husband's a straight white man too. So it's like, I get it. I get that we have privilege, but I'm thinking about the people that don't. And that old man, that he couldn't speak up for himself. And I get that there's probably people out there that, well, what an idiot, he could have just went to another pharmacy and got needles. Okay, yes, but that's not the point. The point is that there are pharmacies here, specifically Walmart pharmacies, that are not abiding by the law here in Arizona anymore. Since of June 2021, the sale or the exchange or the give of new syringes and needles is not illegal anymore. It's not. You can go to a Walmart pharmacy without a prescription and you can buy needles and syringes. So if they're telling you when you get to the counter, oh, well, that's against our policy, it better not be. Because is your policy more than what the law is in your state and your county? That's some BS. Long story short, me and my husband grabbed the needles. The manager was like, stop that sale. They better not walk out here with those. I paid for them. I need them. I'm taking them. And that lady to be so rude and so condescending, and she's helped us before, and we're just like, what? This makes no sense. Me and my husband were really upset, of course. We had this huge altercation with this lady in front of the whole line of people, and we told her, that is BS. This is illegal. And you're wrong. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You are a judgmental, discriminatory person. You don't know what you're talking about. I am not a druggie. I'm not a user. But for you to look at me and judge me as such, that's going on you. That's not going on me. I'm not picking up that gift. You can keep that garbage because that is just such BS. Me and my husband got out to the car. My husband was upset because this has happened so many times the last couple of times. And it's probably because you're falsely accused, right? That would upset anybody. So I get that. And then when I looked up online, because this lady was like, well, that's against our policy and that's against the law and this is that one time and you're lucky. Okay. Let me look up what law they're talking about. I kind of told my husband, as I started to get upset, my husband's like, calm down. And I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to yell, but this is not right. It's not. And I'm like, what law, right? So I get out to the car, I start Google searching, right? I'm like, okay, Google, tell me, what is the law in Maricopa County? Can the pharmacy, even though if I have or don't have a prescription, can they deny me to get needles and syringes? Because I do have a prescription. I do need the needles and syringes to give myself the prescription. There's no other way for me to take it. So what am I supposed to do, right? My husband's upset. I'm like, you know what? I understand we were trying to save some money, okay? We're on a tight budget. I get that, but it's not worth the harassment there. Let's just go to Walgreens pharmacy because we've never been treated like crap there. Ever. Not once. When my husband started filling his prescription at the Walmart, the dirty looks that we got, okay, like, I get it. Okay, the judgment is real. I feel it. I see it. I'm not accepting that gift. You can keep that garbage. But I don't deserve, my husband doesn't deserve, no one else deserves to be treated like trash. You're not trash, okay? You're a human being, and that person helping you is a human being, and if they forget that for even a second, there's something wrong with that. That is so wrong. And so, you know what? We're not gonna shop at Walmart Pharmacy anymore. Okay? It just doesn't, to save a couple of pennies, it doesn't, well, it's like $1 compared to 25 cents or 10 cents. Okay? Yes. It isn't worth it. It's not. And I don't want to pay that pharmacy for their bad behavior. We're going to shop at Walgreens Pharmacy. That's where his prescription's through. We're going to get the needles and syringes from there too. And the lady gave me the wrong kind too. Like, she just rude. Just straight up rude. So that's what we're going to do. I just wanted people to know, if you have a prescription or you feel like, don't fill it through Walmart Pharmacy anymore. If you're experiencing this, I am so sorry. I am right there with you. I am so sorry. It's so rude. It's so wrong. My justice meter was like going off like crazy. So